Taurus, it's your birthday month. This card reading is for you to see what's going on for you this month, any guidance we can give you, any support that we can give you. Let's see what the messages are for you for your birthday month. Okay, Spirit, Universe, Source, what messages does Taurus need to hear for their birthday month, please? Do we have any messages that you can guide Taurus with? Any messages, please? Messages, please. Okay, take that one. Okay, and we've got two there, so we'll stick with those. So we have Harmonic Flight, Surrender, and Beyond the Mind. Okay, now with these cards, with the Harmonic Flight, this is about, let's have a look, is about seeing the divine in the eyes of another. It's about our relationships with ourselves and with each other. It's about having karmic connections, about clearing illusory projections that we project onto others or that others project onto us. It's about life-changing connection and about being seen and teamwork. With this card, it's about showing us that what we see in another is actually what we see within ourselves, whether that be shadows or whether that just be love, joy, and positive traits. So by harmonizing together, that creates the unity and can help us rise in our vibration and in achieving unity consciousness. With Surrender, let's have a look at that one. This is about letting go of everything that's holding you back. It's about being receptive, intuition, getting out of your own way, listening to your intuition, listening to yourself, having a path of least resistance, and being true to who you are and allowing you to shine by surrendering everything that holds you back, and by dropping the beliefs or labels that you've put on yourself. That will actually help you flourish. Okay, and with this one, Beyond the Mind, this is about thinking with your heart. It's about being present. It's about the heart and mind connection. It's about the bliss of being and quieting the monkey mind. It's finding happiness within and going beyond intellectual limitation. It's about listening to, again, your intuition and not just the logic part of the brain. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll go to the book and see how we can expand on these messages for you. So number 29, so Harmonic Flight. So this powerful image represents the divine we see when we look deeply into the eyes of another and our armor drops. When we meet another being present in the moment with no stories, judgments or insecurities. When we see the person standing before us as the gods and goddesses they are, it is a reminder that we are what we perceive in others. But also when we drop into the mindless space of pure essence, we might see the world seeing us, seeing them, seeing the infinite internal allowing all that is. When we can see and be seen, disarmoured and trusting, we can come to deeper love. However, this deepening process can trigger the release of outdated and unhealthy patterns. Thus, shadows may be brought to the surface to heal. When we feel safe in the arms of our beloved, our defences yield, so we fall further into our hearts. However, fear-based reflections or projections can surface in this place of deep vulnerability. Subconscious behaviours, including childhood patterning, can also present themselves. It can seem as if our partner is provoking difficulties, bringing things up and making it feel like our whole world is about to fall apart. At this point, we may want to retreat, but if we can be truly present, our fears can fall away and this becomes an expansive experience. Somehow, incredibly, the universe seamlessly aligns the places that we need healing. Triggers may be synchronized so that when we feel uncentered or there is codependence or imbalance, it can be a very volatile space. This healing can forge the foundations for long-term companionship. Alternatively, this completion could mark an ending. Harmonic flight shows us that when we harmonize our energies with that of another, in any form of relationships, we can soar to the sky. We can guide each other higher and higher by encouraging all that has been weighing us down to drop away. So the divinatory meaning for this card is what you see in the eyes of another is a reflection of yourself. This card may be encouraging you to look at the bigger picture of a close relationship. A perceived challenge may be an illusion or projection. This card may relate to family, teamwork, community, and ways you can harmonise dissonance for deeper growth. The bonds you share give you the power to transmute your fears. Put time and awareness into resolving karmic connections, or they will continue to play out. There may also be a life-changing connection on the horizon. And we go to surrender. Surrender. Surrendering can be one of the hardest things to do. Trusting that we can achieve more by loosening our control can take great courage. Sometimes the most constructive way forward is to stop forcing things into being. Rather than allowing, inviting and drawing a project into being, the energy here is of frustration, as if you are pushing something heavy up a mountain. At these times, gravity or flow don't seem to be on your side. Use this awareness as a guide when you start to detour from your path. When control is released, so too is resistance. One of the biggest skills we can learn is to get out of our own way. When we are in a receptive place, we are open to a world of opportunities, and the great mysteries can unveil themselves. The mind loves to control the outcome, but this only creates limitations. It can feel scary, but when we allow ourselves to be caught by the universe, myriad possibilities open to us. This painting is called A Star is Born, and its message is about becoming the star you came here to be. You can reach your peak life experience through surrendering and allowing who and what you truly are to flourish. Today, be more by doing and trying less. This advice goes against the grain of our striving culture that encourages us to source from outside ourselves and to busy ourselves out of the natural state of all-knowing bliss. Surrender is a key element in the creative process. That is not to say our lives should be left to the slipstream. This message is about freeing ourselves from the paradigm of control and force. Yes, we can achieve with this mode, but we also lose opportunities for magic. A synchronistic meeting, following our intuition and being in the right place at the right time, can outweigh months of careful planning. And the divinatory meaning for this card is loosen your hold on the reins and know the universe will catch you. Trust, even though things are not as you imagined. Stay poised and aligned with your purpose. At the last minute, the situation will reveal its magic. And beyond the mind. Okay. The mind is a wonderful tool for moving us through the logistical elements of life so we can function in the world. However, its endless chatter, self-doubt, limiting stories and subconscious programs can also keep us in our suffering. One of the fundamental problems with mind chatter is that it takes us out of the present moment. As soon as we are in the past or future, we can no longer be our most empowered in the present. When we are stuck in the past or worrying about our future, we are not in command of our now. All we are doing is draining our energy and removing ourselves from the beauty of the incredible moment where anything is possible. That is not to say we shouldn't plan for the future or honour the past. This message is about bringing our awareness to the present. We are naturally wired to be everywhere but the present moment. Just as we would exercise to keep our body fit and healthy, it is useful to practice being here and now. Learning to find inner spaces of peace and silence regardless of external circumstances is one of the greatest gifts we can cultivate for ourselves. Much of Western culture and society pivots on a mind-based paradigm. This has served us in getting from A to B in a very linear way, but it is not holistic and the cracks are starting to show. We learn that logic is always the right approach. However, more and more people are feeling unfulfilled, unhappy and anxious, even though we are living more comfortably and with fewer threats. What can we do about this? The answer is learning to just be, even just for 10 minutes of your day. There are many techniques to help you quieten the mind. Find the ones that work for you, and as your internal world becomes more peaceful, conscious, empowered and meaningful, so too will your external world. They are interconnected. True bliss is experienced completely and utterly in the present moment. In essence, it is the feeling we spend so much of our life seeking. Ironically, we have access to this feeling always, without external stimulants or concepts. Allow everything to drop away so you are present. It can take some work, but presence and bliss are totally within your grasp. Commodity-driven society tells us we need to seek things outside of ourselves to feel safe and happy. This thinking keeps us out of the magic. The enlightened soul knows there is so much more. And the divinatory meaning for this card is: take a step outside your mind-based concerns or limitations. Looking at things in an overly logical way will hinder you and obstruct access to your superpowers. You may be transfixed by a past experience. The past may be running you and making your mind spin so you cannot see what is really in front of you. Consider what your heart and your gut are telling you. Step back and clear your mind. Meditate in your own way. Contemplate what the situation at hand would feel like if you released all fears and worries. Are these concerns even yours? Okay, so another message please that goes with this reading for Taurus. Can you have another card message please? What does Taurus need to hear for their birthday month? Another message please. Another message please. Oops, okay, we'll just take that one and we'll have another one. One more please. Okay, I think I want to take that bottom one. Okay, what do we have? Emotional balance, so stability, harmony, peace, fluidity. Okay, so that's making sure that you are spending enough time on yourself. It's about filling your own cup, because if your cup's not full, you can't help anyone else. It's about finding, from your heart space, finding your own peace, finding your own harmony. Okay, that's that one. And this one we have pleasure, enjoyment, beauty, sensuality, indulgence. Again, it's about looking after yourself and finding what gives you the most enjoyment, what makes you laugh, what makes you happy. Okay, so again with this card here, energy flows where our attention goes. So when we turn our focus, emotions build and experience follows. It is time to consider this wisdom in the emotional balance of your life. Taking time to fill our cup on the inside creates a powerful balanced foundation for all of our actions in the world. Likewise, when we bring our attention to creating order, peace and balance in our external lives, this also facilitates harmony within. See your emotions as a natural river, cleansing, filling and flowing onward from your cup of life. Acknowledge and express your feelings. Don't let your feelings overwhelm you, but don't ignore them either. Don't allow them to build up inside to the point of bursting. Give yourself space to feel, express and integrate the energy of your emotions as they flow through you. It is time to focus on cultivating emotional balance within. Everything else in life will fall harmoniously into place as a result. Okay, so pleasure, that's coming from your sacral chakra. By engaging your senses in simple pleasure, you connect with the very essence of life. Amidst the rapid pace and daily demands of life, taking time to indulge in pure pleasure is rarely included on our to-do list, or it is the first to be removed once we get busy. When was the last time you did something just because it made you feel good? Now is the time to allow your senses to genuinely engage with more of the simple and profound pleasures of life. Prepare a special meal and savour each of the flavours and textures. Immerse yourself in the sounds of the natural world. Watch children or animals at play and join them. Pamper yourself or cuddle a loved one. Take time to walk along the beach or through the trees. If you feel guilty enjoying pleasure for yourself, take a breath and sense where this feeling stems from. Remind yourself life is meant to be enjoyed. If we never allow pleasure, we can become numb and forget how to feel. If we overindulge always looking outside of ourselves for something to feed our sensual desires. In time, our surface pleasures lose their appeal or can even become unhealthy addictions. Sensations are most pleasurable in balance. Again, tying in with your emotional balance card here. By allowing yourself to engage your senses in things you find pleasurable, you connect with the very essence of life. Joy and pleasure are fundamental ingredients of a nurtured and fulfilling existence. If we are open, we can discover simple pleasures in all moments of life. Every person deserves pleasure in their life. Give yourself full permission and, in truth, an ultimatum to include the experience of pleasure in your world. Okay. What other messages do we have for Taurus, please, for their birthday month? What other messages do we have, please? Okay, take that one. Is there another message, please? Okay, we'll take that one as well. Lightly. To play is to move lightly through life, relishing moments of amusement, leisure and entertainment. Life on earth is naturally heavy enough. Let your laugh be loud, your dance steps bold, and your pampering deep and untamed. That ties in beautifully with both the pleasure and the emotional balance card. And with these cards here about surrendering to who you are. Okay, and this one is support. As you walk your path with inner focus, don't forget to connect to other creative souls. Join or create a community that supports each other to reach their highest potential. You are never alone. There are many beings on earth and in the heavens who wish to support you along the way. Okay, and final messages, please. Oops. Final messages. Okay, wow. Okay, so those three jumps, we'll see what I've got. So we've got support, which, there we go, support. People come into your life for many different reasons. Some you learn from and then they move on, while others return often because you need to learn more from those individuals. Others remain beside you throughout your entire life. We have synchronicity. So are you noticing the signs of synchronicity that the spirit world has been sending to you at this time? People and situations in your life are not just appearing by coincidence. In reality, they're being guided to you from the spirit world to help you for a specific reason. So synchronicity could be numbers that you're seeing constantly, the same kind of numbers, 1111, 1313, 202, 222, any numbers that are that kind of pattern and that you're seeing all the time. It even could be words, the same song that you're hearing over and over again. These are all signs that spirit world is trying to get your attention. So start paying attention to what you were thinking about at the time, or what you were reading at the time or listening to at the time, and see if you can't work out what the messages are that spirit world and the universe is trying to help you understand. And we have trust. So while your logical mind is dictating a supposedly clear direction, your soul's inner guidance is urging you to follow an alternative path. The logical path may be one that you consider safe and more familiar, but you could be missing out on boundless opportunities and so much more. This is again goes with the beyond the mind, that to get out of your own way, to trust the inner knowing that that you feel. Don't just go with the mind, because the heart actually knows more about what is the correct path for you. It's just a matter of listening to that and trusting that your soul already knows the right path for you. You just have to learn to listen to that. Okay, so they are your messages. I do hope that you got something from that. It is a general reading, and so, you know, it may not all resonate, but hopefully there was something in there that you can take from this reading. I do hope that you have a wonderful birthday month, and I will see you in the next reading. Thank you.